Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Basketball Shoes by Black Country New Road. It's been a while since I've listened to some Black Country New Road. I know I've done a few of their songs on this channel. I know I've done Sunglasses, which I really like. It's on my kind of regular rotation. I've also done, I want to say I've done Ants from Up There, the title track from this album. I want to say I've done that one. I know I've done at least one song from this album for sure. Or no, it might have been the place where he inserted the blade. That sounds actually correct. Maybe not. I don't know if there's actually a track on here called Ants from Up There. Yeah, I don't think there is. Never mind. So yeah, it was definitely the place where he inserted the blade, which I thought was fine. Anyway, looking forward to it. I know that Black Country New Road is a highly regarded band here on the channel. I get a lot of requests for them. I know they're kind of up and coming rock band, so interested to hear what else they can do. So let's jump in. Black Country New Road, Basketball Shoes. Here we go.
Concord flies in my room, tears the house to shreds, defines the night as such a home for us, sticking sex, and leaves no trace of love at every market town that we intersect. phone anymore.
All right. I have some thoughts. Overall, I really enjoyed that. I mean, it was a good song. I think when I think back to maybe some of the comments I said about the place where he inserted the blade, I don't know if that one really captured my attention as much as this one did. Um, that said, man, I was kind of like in a trance in that first, like, I don't know, 2 3 minutes where it was just very slow instrumentals. But I think they did a fantastic job of paying that off with some energy, with some interesting lyrics. So yeah, let's break it down piece by piece like we always do. Of course, starting with the lyrics themselves. So let's see. Oh, an about section here. It says Basketball Shoes, the closer to Black Country New Road's sophomore LP, was written long before the release of their debut album. For years prior to release, the multi parted 12-minute track has been a centerpiece of the band's live shows. Basketball Shoes, a fan favorite and a staple of the live set for some time, was the scattered seed that soon flowered into an album. It's the whole basis and blueprint for the album, says Wood. Okay. The lyrics have undergone multiple revisions, with the third revision being the studio version's lyrics. The song was originally about singer-songwriter Charlie XCX. I had no idea. However, the final studio version omits any specific mention of Charlie XCX, only mentioning a Charlie with the added E at the end of their name. Interesting. So, is it, were they like dating at some point? Are they fans? Am I friends? I don't know. Anyway, maybe if we read through the lyrics, we'll get a better idea. So, here we go. Part 1. Concord flies in my room, tears the house to shreds, defines the night as such, a home for us stick insects, and leaves no trace of luck at every market town that we intersect. I die like 15 times, the dark blue stem brings me to their breast. I have no idea what the song is about so far, just reading verse 1. Concord, I assume, is like some sort of like plane. So, like a plane or a vehicle, something flies through the room, tears the house to shreds. So maybe like I kind of clicked here and it said that it was maybe about a relationship. So a failing relationship, right? Something tears the house down, and now you're trying to figure it out. And I'm feeling kind of normal with a packed lunch. Train rides don't hurt much these days, and we're all working on ourselves, and we're praying that the rest don't mind how much we've changed. I do really like that line. When I first heard it just now, I was like, wow, that's a really good line. I want to come back to that and mention how much I like that. So I'm glad that I remembered to do so. But yeah, so it sounds like, again, if maybe verse 1 is about sort of a breakup, and I guess this is still part of verse 1, but the second kind of half of this is about sort of that fallout, right? Where it's like, okay, the breakup has happened. Now I'm trying to go back to just like living my life, taking lunch with me to work, and riding the train, and working on myself. So if you see me looking strange with a fresh style, I'm still not feeling that great. And then it's in soft focus all around you. You can't see the football game on my dad's sofa. We are still, and we never look at our phones anymore. So, yeah, thinking back to that relationship, I think. So then I guess this is part 2. Oh, I can't think of anything better. Pick a hair off my sweater and drown in me like boyfriend jeans. Oh, I haven't felt this way in like ever. I am the convo, you are the weather. And the clamp is a cracked smile cheek, and it tortures me. So I wonder if this is a blossoming relationship after that failed one, or something. I mean, I don't know. And I haven't felt this way in like ever. I am the convo, you are the weather, and the clamp is a cracked smile cheek, and it tortures me. And then for the outro, in my bed sheets now wet, of Charlie, I pray to forget. All I've been forms the drone. We sing the rest. Oh, your generous loan to me, your crippling interest. In my bed sheets now wet, of Charlie, I pray to forget. All I've been forms the drone. We sing the rest. Oh, your generous loan to me, your crippling interest. Goes on like that for some time. So, yeah, I mean, just from the vibe itself, I could perhaps have told you that this was probably some sort of breakup song, or just melancholy, uh, longing for maybe a time past type song. It definitely gives that vibe with the instrumentation and the vocals. I think the lyrics are written in a way that it's like, yeah, I think you could very, very easily take this as again, like a breakup or relationship of sorts. Um, but I think there's enough here that you could maybe have a little bit of an interpretation to sort of open it up to maybe loss in general in a broader sense. Um, but regardless, I think there was some interesting writing here. There were some lines in there that, like I pointed out, like were really interesting. So I mean, lyrically, it's interesting enough. I'm gonna give it a thumb up. As far as instrumentation and vocals go, I do really like the guy's vocal style. He has this sort of rough edge to a lot of his delivery. I think back to like Sunglasses, where um, a good amount of the song it feels like it's more spoken word, but then there are moments where he is just like off the rails, like screaming, yelling, uh, and I feel like he kind of captures that in a more nuanced way here. Where again, there are parts of the song where it feels like he's just kind of talking to you, but then there are other parts of the song where again he has that edge to his voice, where he's like kind of screaming in a way that is very emotional, and I kind of like that about his voice. Instrumentally, I love this sort of up and down roller coaster that we went on here. Again, starting with that very just like soft and slow, steady instrumental opening where they're sort of adding another layer of instrumentation every few seconds until you kind of have the whole band coming in with, the guitar, bass, drums, some wind instruments there as well. Um, but at first I was like, I'm not sure where we're going with this. I hope it picks up a little bit, and sure enough, it did. I like the slower parts in between the more intense parts to kind of cleanse your palate before hitting you with a little bit more intensity. I think, um, despite the slow sections being kind of slow and uh, making me wish we would move on, I do think that they do a great job of sort of pacing out the song and giving you a nice payoff when you do kind of get to the more energetic sections of the song. So all that to say that like instrumentally, this one sounded really good as well. Vocally, it sounds great. Honestly, I'm gonna give it two big thumbs up there. As far as replay value goes, this one's a little bit longer, a 12-minute song. For many of you, that's nothing, right? For me, that's one of the longer songs that I'm kind of willing to sit and listen to on a typical day-to-day basis. So, plus some of those slower moments, for me at least, I'm like they take me out of it a little bit, where I'm just kind of like, all right, like I miss the intensity that you had brought previously. I get the need to again sort of cleanse your palate with the softer, slower section there. Um, but I found myself kind of like waiting for the song to end kind of near the end of it. So it's just my personal opinion. I wish that the song maybe would have been a little bit shorter, maybe included a little bit more intensity. Again, I like the slower parts as a palate cleanser. I do feel like that intro went on maybe a little bit too long for me. Again, just under my opinion. Um, but overall, it was a good song. I don't know how much I come back to it. I don't know how much I'm gonna listen to it because it is again longer, and there are parts of it that I'm just kind of like okay with. But with that, I mean, I think it's at least gonna make the playlist, and I think it would benefit from a second or third or fourth listen. So I'm probably gonna do that here pretty soon as well. So for replay value, we'll give it a thumb up there as well. Overall, I mean, a really good song. So I appreciate the request, and if you want to get your song reviewed, do what that person did. Leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. That's about it for me. That's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.